Byte of Truth. The Fantasia Problem. When AI helps too much, knows too little, and still changes everything.
Have you ever asked someone for help, even though you had absolutely no idea what you actually wanted? Welcome to Byte of Truth. I am Sébastien, and today we are diving into the Fantasia Problem. You know the scene from the classic Disney film. Mickey Mouse plays the sorcerer's apprentice. He casts a spell he doesn't quite understand, and the magic takes on a life of its own. Well, replace Mickey with a prompt-happy user, and the brooms with large language models, and you have our current reality. We are asking AI for help, but we don't know our own goals. The AI helps anyway, and that, my friends, is a recipe for manipulation disguised as service. Today we are unpacking the double-edged sword of AI advancement, from AI swarms hijacking democracy, to algorithms uncovering hidden ocean currents, to synthetic intimacy. We have got a lot of ground to cover. Let's get started.
AI swarms and democratic coups.
Let's start with the news that made me spit out my coffee. A recent study out of Science Daily highlights how AI swarms could hijack democracy. Now, you might think we already dealt with bots in 2024, but this is different. These aren't your old-school clunky spam bots. AI swarms don't just post. They adapt, they watch what gets engagement, they refine their message, and they create an illusion of consensus. How would you even know if your neighbor's hot take is actually a bot farm? It's a chilling thought. These AI personas infiltrate communities, build trust, and then shift the narrative. It's false consensus creation at scale. We thought the threat was deepfakes, but the real threat is fake friends. On the flip side of the malicious AI coin, Wired reported that North Korean hackers are now using AI to steal millions. Which story defines our era? The AI that reveals invisible ocean currents? Or the AI that helps state-sponsored criminals drain bank accounts? Honestly, probably both. But it's a stark reminder that the tools of discovery are also the tools of deception.
Research Spotlight.
Now, let's shift gears. Let's talk about the good stuff, the science. Because for all the dark clouds, AI is also giving us incredible superpowers. Science Daily reported on GOFLOW, a system that reveals ocean currents we have never seen before. Think about that. The ocean covers over 70% of our planet, and we are still finding invisible rivers within it. AI is literally making the invisible visible. And it's not just the ocean. AI just overturned a 40-year-old assumption about plasma physics. That's right. A neural network came in and rewrote the textbook. What other settled science is one algorithm away from a rewrite? Then there's GRASP, short for Gradient-Based Planning for World Models. From the Bear blog, it's making long-horizon planning reliable. That means AI is getting better at looking ahead, understanding cause and effect, and planning complex actions. And for the math nerds out there, there is a paper on Koopman eigenfunctions algebra. I know, it's a mouthful. Koopman eigenfunctions. For non-experts, it is a mathematical way to simplify complex, chaotic dynamical systems. It is like finding the natural rhythms of chaos. AI is literally finding order in the universe's noise. Oh, and by the way, researchers also built a brain-like chip that slashes AI energy use by 70%. 70%. Because right now, running these models takes the energy of a small country, so a little efficiency goes a long way.
Corporate moves and industry shifts.
While scientists are out there finding ocean currents, the corporate overlords are making moves. And boy, are there some big bets this week. Google is investing up to $40 billion in Anthropic. $40 billion. Because if you cannot beat them, fund them. Is this how we ensure AI safety? Or is it just how we ensure Google owns the future? It's a valid question. Meanwhile, Cohere is merging with Aleph Alpha, creating a transatlantic powerhouse. This is a big deal for European AI sovereignty. Or is it just creating a new monopoly? Consolidation versus competition. It's the story of the tech industry, just with a new accent. Meta is signing a deal for millions of Amazon AI CPUs. Compute is the new oil, folks. And speaking of compute, Comfy UI just hit a $500 million valuation. Creator tools are gaining momentum. People want to build, and they need the infrastructure to do it. Oh, and Sam Altman's Orb company promoted a fake Bruno Mars partnership this week. Because in the AI industry, the hype machine never sleeps, even if it has to invent its own headlines. And Apple? Mac Mini shortages are being driven by AI demand, and Wired is asking if Apple's next CEO must launch a killer AI product. No pressure.
Policy and ethics deep dive.
Let's wade into the murky waters of policy and ethics. I want to return to the Fantasia problem. You ask AI for help, but you don't actually know what you want. It helps anyway. Is that service, or is that manipulation? When the machine is eager to please but the user is confused, you get alignment that looks helpful but is actually dangerous. It is misalignment disguised as a magic trick. Then there is the math of model collapse. Gen AI reduces social welfare via model collapse. What does that mean? It means when AI trains on AI-generated data, diversity erodes over generations. It is like making a photocopy of a photocopy. Eventually, you just get a blurry, useless smudge. We are feeding the internet its own exhaust, and it is making us all a little dumber. And what about skill stealing? Black box skill stealing from LLM agents is now a real vulnerability. LLM agents are sold in marketplaces with over 90,000 skills. It's like stealing a chef's recipe by just asking the chef to describe it step by step. Your intellectual property is leaking through a polite conversation. Can we statistically certify AI safety? A new paper on RoMA says maybe. It offers statistical certification for AI risk. Critics say this could slow progress. But honestly, after hearing about model collapse and skill stealing, maybe a speed bump isn't the worst idea.
Culture Corner.
Now for the weird stuff. The cultural mirror. Wired reported on AI thirst trap creators. Yes, that is a thing now. Synthetic desire for synthetic intimacy. It is the logical endpoint of attention economics. Where is the line between parasocial and pathological? It is a question we are going to have to answer, because the line is blurring fast. Then there is Stanford's viral AI Coachella class. It went viral, but is it training the next generation of thinkers? Or is it just Silicon Valley worship? Education or hype? You decide. And please, whatever you do, think twice about ChatGPT for financial advice. A Wired piece highlighted the risks. LLMs in relational moral dilemmas are one thing, but taking stock tips from a chatbot? That is a fast track to losing your life savings. And if you don't believe me, check out the AI models being used for scam testing. The scammers are getting better, and the models are helping them. We have covered a lot today, from ocean currents to democratic coups, from $40 billion bets to synthetic intimacy. But there is one story that sticks with me the most. MIT is teaching AI to say, "I'm not sure." We have spent decades making AI more confident. Maybe it is time to make it more honest. What if the most powerful AI feature was simply admitting ignorance? Confidence is not competence. And in a world where machines will happily cast a spell they don't understand, a little humility goes a long way. Think about it. Ask questions. Stay curious. And remember, sometimes the smartest thing an algorithm can do is admit it doesn't know. The true danger of artificial intelligence isn't just that it might become too powerful, but that it might become too confident in powers it doesn't actually possess.